So I'm going to use 2.5mm thick cardboard. That's sturdy enough for what we need, and it's also easy to cut with a sharp craft knife. So I've cut the front of the shop 7 inches or 18 centimetres by 6.5 inches or just under 17 centimetres. But the size is up to you really. But that's generally the size of the shop front, about 1/35 scale. So then you can mark out then what you want on the front of the building. So we've got a door and a window and 2 upstairs windows. And that's as simple as it needs to be really. So I've allowed for some decoration around the facade, the front of the shop there, signage, and then there'll be a surround to the windows. But then I've cut another piece of card that is the same as the window and the door, that will sit on the front just to give it a bit of depth, like that. And then when I put the mouldings around the outside, it will give it even more depth. It will make it look a lot better. So all I've got to do is cut out the door and the window on both these pieces of card and the 2 windows, and then put the moulding on. So I'll do that first, cut those out, stick that on there, and get my mouldings ready, and I'll be back to show you what to do next. So I cut my windows and doors out, and that second piece I stuck over the top there just to give it more depth. And then I've cut these side pieces out that will stick on the sides like that, and then another piece of card along the top there that will hold these in place, and also represent the roof, and then it will be caved in, so it will be a demolished roof, if you like. Okay, so that looks pretty boring for a shop front. So I've cut all these pieces of moulding out from 1mm thick card, and these will go all over the shop just to make it look much more realistic. They will go there, there, and there, like that. That will go there as the signage board. These will be the bottom of the window. These will be around the window, and I think you can see the kind of thing I'm getting at. These will go all the way along there. So all this moulding, all these little pieces of moulding, I'll stick on, and then put these side pieces on the roof, and then we can start painting. So I'll go ahead and do all that, and I'll be back again in just one moment. So I've stuck all those pieces of moulding all around the shop front there, so that's making that look a lot better now, looking more like a shop. These things along the front, somebody told me once what these were called, but I've forgotten. But some kind of decoration on the front, and then the surround to the windows. As for the roof, a piece of 1mm thick card, slightly wider than the width of your roof, and then twice the depth. So if that's whatever that is, then twice as much. Then make a grid of 3/8 of an inch or 1 centimetre. So 1 centimetre by 1 centimetre, a grid like that. Cut off at every other length. So you've got two sections like that, and then cut up halfway through like that, so that when you put the lengths on there, then you put the next one like that, and the next one, pretty obvious really, and the next like that. That will make up your roof, or slated roof anyway. Okay, so we've got that, and then I've cut that away with a few broken pieces of roof tile there. And then for the rafters underneath, a popsicle stick, just rip off the end with a pair of pliers, cut into strips with a sharp knife, and then do the same thing, a grid under there. So that's easy enough. Then I'm going to expose some of the brick on the side of the building. So I've cut a shape of whatever shape you like on the side there, and then a piece of cardboard to back it. So I shall fill that in with terracotta coloured grout, tile grout, and then mark out the bricks into that, and then I can complete the painting. So I will do that, come back when it's painted, and we'll see what it looks like then. So finished the whole thing off now. I painted the whole building white and then a darker colour for the actual shop front. I hoped that with light sanding over the top of the dark colour it would bring out the white underneath, but that didn't work terribly well, so I've just used black and white dry brushing pretty much everywhere really, on the roof and the rafters and everywhere, just black and white dry brushing. For the windows, again, just cut up a popsicle stick or lollipop stick into strips and make the window frames. A couple of doors, again, just a piece of cardboard with moulding on. That's basically it. The brickwork didn't work out as well as I'd hoped, but it's okay. It'll do. Okay, and then for the rubble, I used dried tile grout. So mix some tile grout, spread it thinly. Then when it's dry, you can just break it up to make rubble. And then in the inside, just 3 pieces of polystyrene stuck together to make up like a mound then of the broken roof of the building. Okay, there we go. I'll show you a little bit closer if you like. Okay, the drain pipe is part of a chopstick. And again, for the render on the top part of the building, I used wall filler. That's just to give it that rough texture on the top. Okay, there we are. Just an idea, and then if you wanted to use it as a diorama for your newly acquired military vehicle, you could just put that on there like that. I didn't do this side. I may make another building to go next to it. We'll see how well this video goes. Okay, so that's just an idea of what you could do if you wanted, and very easy to do. Just cardboard and paint, wall filler, tile grout, and that's all it entails. Okay, so well, thank you for watching the video. If you've got this far, I do appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video when I come up with a different idea of something. I'll see you then. So until then, it's bye for now.